Hi, it's February 15th on a Monday morning, and I thought I'd do a video clip recording on the topic of meditation. And one of the things that came to my mind uh, was the idea, well, it's actually more of a practice where you sit down silently for a certain period of time, or maybe you try not to think about time at all, and you just allow yourself to experience uh, your breath and your mind, and also just a quiet, uh, the quiet place and time that you're sitting in. And you try your best not to do anything. You also try your best not to cling on to one thought or one idea. And you also try not to have any worries. And if you do have something that you're very worried about or angry about or have some kind of fear towards or some kind of uncertainty towards, you try to experience that also. And the reason being trying to experience anything that comes up inside of you, like as far as your mind, is because the mind, like I was saying before, is the most important thing to protect in this life because it's, very, very fragile. I think all minds are very fragile. By nature they are because um, all actions start with the mind, you know. So to put it simply, if one can actually control his mind and sit his mind down, he can actually sit down too, or she. So the actions coming from a mind that is still, or like a mind that's coming from an actual conscious awakened, your actions are more direct. They usually have more compassion, more love, uh, more openness, um, more room to listen, more room to be quiet. You have room to speak, but how much room do you allow to let others speak? Um, how much time do you spend waiting for your turn to speak? How much time do you spend on trying to do something else to make yourself happier or more fulfilled? Um, how much of those actions usually cause you more problems than actual happiness? Okay, those are just some of the ideas that were going through my mind. Right before I got, sitting down inside of the chair to actually, quiet myself, to quiet down my mind. But um, I don't know. One of the things that's hard to talk about is when I say quiet down the mind. Excuse me. It's very, very contradictory because you can't do it. When you sit, you know, you try to recognize the mindset so that it's gonna, let like whatever that comes to be, that's the way your mind is gonna see it, and that's the way that that your mind's gonna think of it. It's more so about um, you trying not to stop a certain flow of thoughts and ideas that's going on inside of you. So, in doing so, um, you find yourself in a calmer position because you're not really trying to do anything at all. You're allowing your mind to function, clearly as it functions. You're allowing your body to function clearly as it functions. You're allowing life to function exactly the way that it's functioning, and you start to see that there's no problems at all. There's no problems with you. There's no problems with the world. It's more of just a space for you to sit in. It's really sacred to in the sense that it's something that you clearly started on your own accord, and it is a deliberate action. But it's really not. It's not about doing anything at all. It's more so about coming to a point where you do you just embrace your mind and the life that's coming to you, and you really try to ride out your breath as much as possible. You're only thinking about the breath. If you're thinking about anything else, just bring yourself back to your breathing. You just inhale, for a count of 4 or maybe 5, and then you just, you exhale for about 4 5, give or take. You just let it out and you let it in. And it's really fascinating because throughout that experience, if you do this for like 10 minutes a day, or you try to do it at a certain time when you really, really feel like you're just going everywhere, like your mind is just scattered, and your actions are also scattered, and you're not sure what's going on anymore. This would probably be a great practice to do. It's more about finding clarity with you. It's more about walking through this life in a clear manner. It's not really about trying to be confused anymore. Not really trying to be about being angry anymore either. You're trying to hopefully one day come to a point where you can let go of the past, in a sense, knowing that the past does always, leave a stain or a mark here on our present time. But you don't have to strictly, come from the past. You can let yourself come from right now. So I hope that this, made sense. Sometimes it's a little difficult to explain something that's really beyond words. And that's what, this video clip was more about, trying to go beyond the everyday cycle. Because every day is so hectic in some way or another, and it's very natural because it's like our bodies and minds are also full of a lot of things happening. If one can actually realize this with a conscious mind, with the intent of actually settling oneself down, you'll start to see this message, more and more clearly. But yeah, given this a practice, you'll definitely find yourself benefiting from it, through time. And always know that all things take time, and including the practice of not doing anything takes a lot of time. It takes work because you are doing something. You're really trying to establish that sacred place, for you. And so I hope that this clip was clear, like as far as the message was concerned. And so I hope that all people are spreading some kind of love to one another. And I hope everybody has a good week. And that's about it. Okay, God bless.